What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show for UFC Fight Night, Dolidze versus Imavov. This is episode 96. Had to change some things around. We were going to do the pod yesterday. We couldn't do it later tonight. We got it in. So thank you for the flexibility. And Magic, kick us off with Thomas Peterson versus Jamal Poges.
You are thanking people or thanking me?
Both. I appreciate the flexibility. You know, the scheduling issues were on my end, so Magic came up big.
Yeah, this feels like a big fight to me.
Me too.
Don't you think so? Like to the hardcore community.
Yeah,
I like this fight. I think Peterson, whatever his name is, can take him to the fucking swamp. You know what I mean? There's going to be fat on fat violence, but I think he's like the most proactive fat guy, and he has the grappling upside. If he cannot get takedowns, he's going to get lit up, probably at distance. But like he tries, and he's fought better people. I think he's only lost by knockout in round 3. I think it's a better look than Pogs' entire career, probably. So yeah, if he can get him down, Jamal Pogs is. I mean, he's horrible. He has low volume. He's fat. He gasses. I don't know what he's doing in the UFC, honestly. I can't believe they gave him that contract in Contenders after almost begging for it. A horrible fight. He got it because they need fat guys at heavyweight. That's it. They need heavyweights. So yeah, both have looked horrific in the weigh-ins, like super fat. Peterson, I don't know what Peterson has been doing the last 3 months, but who knows? Maybe there is a tactic there. Like he needs this extra 20 pounds to get Pogs down.
I don't think he looks that different. He's just like people keep posting a picture of his last weigh-in, but he was flexing. I don't know. To me, he looked the same. And same with Pogs.
Bro, he's fat as fuck.
I mean, he's a heavyweight. Like he's definitely not skinny. Same with Pogs. Like they look the same as their last weigh, and they're just not in good shape.
But it looks to me like he's the most functional fat guy here by far. You know what I mean? Like Pogs, you can see he's obese, which is different from fat. Peterson is like a big guy, naturally fat guy. Pogs is just lazy fucking fat boy. It's different. Like I think Peterson can get on top. This is going to be so funny when he like gets another kilo in round 3 or something, and Pogs is like dying, and you know when it's this close camera angle and you can hear the breathing. That's how it's going to be like, and he's going to tap to a non-existent submission or something. Yeah, I can see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, I bet on Jamal Poges in his last fight. He showed up with a weigh-in that was his heaviest ever. He lost to.
I can't believe you did that, bro.
He lost to Mick Parkin,
the kebab legend.
Yeah, he's one of the worst fighters on the roster.
What do you mean? He's great.
He sucks.
Mick Parkin, bro, he can box.
Okay, we'll save this conversation.
He can box, fella. That lad is legit.
So you got Peterson, who his only loss was a fight to Waldo Cortez Acosta in a fight he was winning pretty much all fight, got finished in the last minute. He's ripped off a few wins since, big favor on the Contender Series. He's a strong wrestling background. On the feet, Poges is better, but to your point, I do think that Peterson has wrestling upside, grappling upside, and I know you were being funny when you said he's a more functional fat guy, but like I seriously agree with that.
No, I mean, I was being serious. I think it's funny, but I'm serious. Like he can wrestle as a fat guy, and he can be on top and shit. Like Pogs on his back, he looks like you like turned over a turtle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm picking Peterson also. Thank you, David. We're glad to have you live. Yo, imagine I'm studying.
I can eat this week. I can eat this week now.
What's the best book to use? I'm not sure what. Does he mean like a betting book or like a?
I mean, I don't speak Italian. A little bit. I don't speak. I don't understand the question. I don't speak Italian.
Me neither. Everyone loves to bring up the fights. Only the fights that you beat.
I can't believe you went. I went on that guy. I can't believe it. Bro, he was so shit. Like I expected him to last 5 minutes. I was like, I can't believe I took Peterson round props too. This guy is absolute shit. That was insta tap.
Yeah. We've moved on. Yeah, best sports book in Italy, which I don't know how you would know that because
I don't know. I guess you probably have bet 365 and you can win 10,000 or so before they block you. So yeah, that's probably your best bet. If bet online is legal there, you can just bet online. I don't know, or Pinnacle, but those are not legal in Spain. But who cares what's legal or not legal in Spain at this point?
It's a very gray line for sure. Next up, 155 pounds, Landon Quinones taking on Markel Medeiros. This should be a fun fight. I expect it to be a banger. I'm picking Quinones to win. I don't like what I've seen from Medeiros defensively. You know, they both kind of look to establish the jab. Quinones has fought better people. I think his defense, I mean, neither of their defenses are great, but I think Medeiros' defense is particularly bad. I don't trust his cardio. Quinones obviously can be hit as well. He slowed down against Hackprass, but that fight was like at a crazy pace. He was in that fight, and Hackprass is a solid mid-tier guy.
I had him at a huge number, and when he was kicking the leg in round 2, I was like, we got this.
Yeah.
He was done, bro. Like after one round, he had no leg. I can't believe he lost that fight, Quinones. I was so upset. Andrew froze, right? Or is he very concentrated? Yeah, he froze. Yeah, I can't believe I lost Quinones against Haksparat. Haksparat is such a fraud, man. He killed Mularki too. I hate Haksparat. So for this fight, I like Quinones. I think Medeiros is overpriced here. I think Medeiros is overpriced here. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. My thing just like spazzed. Everything froze.
I'm hearing echo. I'm hearing myself.
Because I was pulling up the podcast on my phone.
Oh, okay, I think it's fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling I hate Haksparat, who is a fraud and killed Mularki. So I hate him a lot.
Any chance you get to hate on him?
So yeah, we'll be there no matter what.
So are you picking Quinones?
I like Quinones. I like Quinones. This is going to be a banger. I think he has the better volume, probably the better boxing, and he works the body and he has the leg kicks too. I bet Isakov against Medeiros and he couldn't grapple and he died. Okay, but I don't know what did Medeiros do in that fight to be considered the greatest of all time now. Like I don't get it. Like he had some good leg kicking. His style is like jerky in and out, changes his stances, and he landed the best knee he's going to land in his career. I don't think he wanted to knee the guy in the face. Just Isakov like shot into it, and he died. And now people are acting like this is prime Conor McGregor or something. I don't think he's great. He gets hit a lot, gives up the back. He's been not life and death, but he's been in like difficult propositions against bad people in the regionals. So yeah, I like Quinones. I think he can work him.
What do you think of the over under here?
What's the price?
2.5 shaded to the over.
What the fuck you mean shaded to the over? Like the under is plus money?
Yes.
No. The under is plus money? Andrew loves acting like this cult betting guy with his betting terminology and shit. Bro, I speak Spanish. Shaded to the over.
You speak
good
English.
I would probably prefer the under at plus money than the over.
Okay. Next up, we've got Dolidze Stoliarenko versus Luana Carolina. Carolina missed weight, but I think the fight's still happening.
I'm not sure because I just saw a tweet. I was at the gym and I saw she missed, and I saw someone say that Stoliarenko was saying if she doesn't lose 1 more pound, she's not fighting. But is the fight on?
Let me look it up real quick.
These fucking Brazilians, bro, they cannot keep getting away with it. I think they should get fined like 70% or something.
Yeah,
they do it all the time. It's ridiculous. It's still on, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is not rocket science. If Stoliarenko gets her down, he's probably going to tap her early. If she doesn't get her down, this probably becomes a shit show. But yeah, I tend to believe Stoliarenko is going to get her down. So I like Stoliarenko. I mean, Carolina is a horrible grappler. I think that fight against Godinez, who was a division up and a midget, made people get a wrong impression of her. She's not a good grappler. I mean, Lipski got her in the most absurd knee that I have ever seen in my life. She her leg was literally like hanging up there, and Lipski was like, I guess I'm breaking this.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a tough fight because, I think Stoliarenko definitely has grappling upside, but I don't trust her cardio. Carolina, to your point, isn't a great grappler, but her first line of defense isn't terrible. Once she's on the mat, Stoliarenko is going to roll an armbar, and that's probably what I think the most likely outcome is.
I mean, Stoliarenko is having is coming off a win over the greatest of all time.
Who?
The former champion for 10 seconds, Molly McCann.
Yeah, it's funny that Stoliarenko's fighting on the prelims of this card and McCann's fighting like later.
She's on the
I think she's
prelims
in
too, right?
prelims. What?
She's on the prelims too.
Yeah, I think it's like the featured prelim.
Yeah, that was a great deal by day trader Dave Porno, yeah, to give her all that money.
I know, it's insane. Insane.
I don't know
But
what
we'll-
she's getting paid, but she got money.
Yeah, we'll get to her. What do you think about Blake Bilder versus Jion Lee?
Well, my algorithm has this at 98 in the fraud ratings
That's high.
combined for both. Like this Korean, he's Korean, right?
That's the second highest on the card behind Garimbo and Pete Rodriguez.
Bro, these two are not good. Like, I think the result is going to look hindsight obvious. You know what I mean? Because Bilder has been hurt a lot of times early, gets hit, but comes back. He's probably the better grappler. If he gets his back, I'm pretty confident he's going to tap the Korean guy. And the Korean guy is like a super fraud. Like a super fraud. He's been finishing fast, bad people, but his last fight was like, oh, this guy cannot even like control opposition on defense. Like he gets reversed all the time. He was fighting another fraud who had his hair dyed like a football balloon or something, and he was like going for life and death. Like that was for his life. If that's in the street, the Korean fight is fighting for his life, bro. That was ridiculous. He's horrible grappler, but when he gets a position, he goes for an armbar or something. This is like a fighter from the 1980s. You know what I mean? He should be fighting in Rizin or something, in a ring, not in the octagon. I think it's going to be a good fight. I like the under. I was looking at Bilder by submission, but plus 400 is not really that appealing. But if I was going to take Bilder, I would take him by submission. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I hope somebody dies.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I think Lee is a good shot at knocking him out. Bilder has a shot at getting the grappling going. I'm picking Bilder, but not confidently. You know, I don't trust his striking, his gas tank. Lee, his grappling seems pretty bad. I think if Bilder gets him down, he could probably take his back, which would be interesting. But yeah, it's not a fight I'm confident in. Neither is the next one. Temba Garimbo taking on Pete Rodriguez. This one breaks 100 on the scale. Pete Rodriguez, 6 pro fights. His lone loss was against Jack Della, who finished him pretty early. Other than that, he's finished his other 5 opponents in under 2.5 minutes. So his cardio is a massive question mark. His grappling hasn't really been tested since the amateurs, which didn't look good on the amateurs. Garimbo is not great either, I don't think. He's an okay grappler, I guess. He's not much of a striker. I'm picking Garimbo just because I've at least seen him go 3 rounds and I've seen him grapple. And the same can't be said for Pete Rodriguez, but this one's a mess, in my opinion. Do you have a different take, or are you in agreement with that?
Do you know who this guy is? That's my boy, Oli McBurney. He plays in the Premier League. Do you know that guy?
I don't know anything about soccer, but I know he watches our podcast, so I appreciate it.
He's the greatest. He's probably like second best striker in the league after Haaland, I would say.
Say he's
I was thinking about playing Sheffield +1 at home tomorrow. That's the handicap. How are we feeling? No, like legit. They are playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa is playing good, man. But +1 at home? Can we set the bus and defend with like 14 players? Yeah, Garimbo. I don't know. I like he should tap this guy. But the truth is, actually, nobody knows if Pete Rodriguez is any good. You know what I mean? Like he got knocked out against Jack de la Madalena. He killed four guys in the regionals. Gets knocked out against Jack de la Madalena. I mean, okay, much better boxer. Then he killed the photographer.
That was a hilarious knockout, by the way. That was
Okay, I thought he was dead.
that was bad.
I can't believe they let that happen.
I know.
Bro, for like 2 minutes, I was thinking, fuck, the photographer is going to beat him or something. He was like hooking and doing circles around, and I was like, Pete, get your shit together.
Oh my god.
But he punches hard, but nobody. Yeah, it's the real Oli, I swear. I know him. I don't really know how good he is. I have the feeling this guy is going to stupidly knock out Gorimbo. You know what I mean? I have nothing on the fight, but Gorimbo looks to me like I don't know how to explain it. Gorimbo moves in a very awkward way, man. He's kind of a fraud too. He's the much better grappler on paper, but if you are paying plus 120 for Gorimbo submission, you deserve bad things to happen to you. Gorimbo by knockout is kind of interesting. I don't know. I have nothing on the fight. I'm kind of rooting for Pete Rodriguez. I hate Gorimbo. I hate him, bro. Like, this guy starts crying like, oh, I'm from the third world, and they give him a fucking house. Where is the Rock? I got problems too.
Yeah. Where's your house?
Take care of your people first. But it's crazy that they gave him a home. Just because he sucks at fighting. Legit.
I don't think that's why they gave him a home.
Bro, this guy is like on national television, like, oh, I'm black and I'm poor and I come from Africa. Help me. And The Rock gives him a house just to look cool on the social media. You know, The Rock gives a fuck about Temba Gorimbo. He probably forgot his name already.
Someone's going to clip that.
Bro, if Gorimbo loses this fight, he has to give back the house. Sure.
That's fair. I think that's fair. And I'm being serious. 125 pounds, Charles Johnson versus Azat Maksum. Maksum 17-0, undefeated, coming off a split decision win in his UFC debut over Tyson Nam. Charles Johnson probably fighting for his job here. He's
for his life.
For his life, taking 3 L's in a row. Do you think that Maksum makes it 4, or do you think that Johnson's a live dog here?
Yeah, this is for his life, because I don't know what Charles Johnson does outside of fighting, but he doesn't look like a medic or a doctor to me. I mean, the Kazakhstan guy, I like him. He's good at fighting, but he doesn't really separate ever. You know what I mean? Anytime he fights someone good. The last fight shouldn't have been close, and he made it close. It's like he's good at everything, but he's not a beast physically. He cannot really grapple fuck people. Technically, he's excellent, but he's also not a huge puncher. So he's one of these guys that in 3 years he's going to be 25-4. You know what I mean? Instead of 17-0 or whatever he is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Charles Johnson late is a must here. He's not a huge grappler. He can push. This is his style of fight. He can push pace. A guy that is really not going to keep him down. If he grapples him, he's going to get very tired. He can push volume. He's like the longer guy. He's not fighting a huge puncher either. Like, this is the kind of fight where he can weaponize his cardio. Yeah. And he has told all that shit, like, oh, I need 2 extra rounds. I'm the best 5-round fighter ever, but 3 rounds I just lose. So I think he has to push it here. He's fighting for his job. So yeah, I think this may be our week's Neil Magny. Yeah.
Wow, I like that. I agree with everything you said. I think Maksum, he's a great skill set, like you mentioned, but he doesn't have a lot of power. I don't think his grappling's that good. Like, I can't really see him controlling Johnson for long periods of time. Other than Nam, he hasn't really fought anyone great. And that fight was really close, and Nam is an old man. But yeah, I mean, Charles Johnson, we know what his strengths and weaknesses are. He has good cardio. He's a decent striker. He can be grappled. Yeah, I mean, if you forced me to pick a side here, I'd pick Johnson, but I do think it ends up being a close fight. I feel like a lot of Johnson's fights are close. Like the Osborne fight was close. The Zumagulov fight was close. I feel like it's probably kind of like one of those. And even Maksum's fight with Nam is close. So probably dog or pass, but it's a good fight. Molly McCann rematching Diana Belbita. This is why everyone came for the podcast, because you have a great impression of one of these fighters.
I completely forgot about that. Like, that was not even in my head.
You're welcome.
Come on, the lads. Get him, Patrick. Bro, she really thought she was going to be a star. Like, you could see it every time she talked and everything. And Paddy was starting to get big. Yeah, she really believed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. She may have not seen her tape.
Remember they made her fight Blanchfield? That was hilarious.
Could have won either way.
Yeah. Just a bad night.
Remember that people were betting her?
No, that I don't remember.
Like, what if she lands?
What if she lands? Yeah. What if?
Come on, Liverpool! when she ran around with the UFC belt that was in London, right? One of the worst moments in UFC history.
Dude, I tweeted that and it blew up, and people were getting so mad at me for saying that.
Bro, come on. She's game. That's how I would put it. She's game. She punches hard. She has developed some sort of superpower that I don't know how she has become much faster, much more powerful, and has a much better fighting body in her 30s. It's probably salad, not a new doctor or anything, or she's probably not training at the Liverpool's training center with a lot of doping doctors. That's probably not happening. It's probably salad.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's better than she was. Bad grappler, but she's the better grappler here. So yeah, she should win. I mean, can she tap Belbita? She has 0 submissions, but they have 7 combined submission losses. Like this is the anti-AIDS ADCC. Yeah, this is like 70% ends by shitty armbar either way. When they start scrambling or something, McCann should have huge grappling upside really if she tries. On the feet, I favor McCann too. I think people are betting Belbita, banking on Belbita. Belbita is pretty shit, honestly. She can swing hard, and that's about it. She's pretty shit even in the clinch. If she gets her down, she probably dominates. I like under doesn't go. McCann probably can tap her if she tries. Like the first time she was close to finishing her, she was beating her up pretty good from top.
Yeah.
Come
So my take on this fight, I think Belbita's probably improved since their first fight, but I think McCann let me phrase this correctly, has a better doctor than she did back then, so it kind of evens out. I expect McCann to win again. I do agree with you. I think doesn't go and under is good just because, they're probably going to go to war. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Arbina versus one last thing. It's hilarious that they need to give McCann someone she already beat to try to get her a win.
No, but this rematch has been out of time in the making.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
People have been asking for this fight forever.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even remember they had fought to go figure.
What do you think about Arbina versus Radkey?
I mean, kind of hoping Radkey wins and gets the mic again.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was really upset that people were booing him for going life and death against
BD.
Blue Diamond. Yeah, I was going to call him Diamond Kid. Blue Diamond. I like Urbina. Like, do you really want to pay minus 250 on Urbina? I don't know. But yeah, he should be able to weaponize his cardio again. Radke may be the better technical grappler, but Urbina, like, he just got much more pace and dogging him. You know what I mean? He's going to push the fight, volume, probably more durable guy. I think Radke kind of gasses. I didn't like his Blue Diamond performance was pretty bad, in my opinion. So yeah, I like Urbina here, but minus 250, come on. I'm not going to pay minus 215 on Urbina.
Yeah, similar thoughts here. I kind of just think Arbina is a little bit better. I don't know that the margins will be huge, but I do favor him. I expect it to be like a 29-28 type fight. So that's all for me there. Next fight, I have a little bit more of an opinion on Maksum Marado versus Aliab Kizraev. Kizraev coming off a really long layoff. He's 14-0. His only UFC fight is against the GOAT, Dennis Tulian.
He's a fraud.
He's the best ever.
Bro, this guy is a fucking fraud.
Oh, I thought you meant Tulian.
No, Tulian is the greatest to ever do
He's the greatest ever, yeah. No, I mean, I tend to – I think all the question marks are on the Kizraev side. Like, he's listen to this. He's fought a total of 2 fights since January 1st of 2019. 2 fights. That's insane.
Yeah, no, he has like 3 fights in 5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. 3 fights in 5 years.
Bro, I don't care if he's undefeated or Russian or mean looking or whatever. If Dennis Tululin is sprawling you in round 1, it's over for you. It's never been more over than it is now. You are not a good grappler. Yeah. I don't care. You can tap 20 people in a row in Chechenistan or whatever. I don't give a fuck. This guy's a fraud, bro. If Marado stays upright, he was running from Tululin. I watched it the other day. I didn't remember that he literally ran away from Tululin across the fence. That was like ridiculous. He gasses too. I think he was kind of lucky to get that position on Tululin and finish because He was getting him into the swamp. You know what I mean? Into a Drank's fight, and that's Tiuliulin's fight. He did it to Jamie Pickett. When he gets you into the bar brawl, it's difficult.
Are they giving him another fight? I don't think so, right?
Tiuliulin?
Yeah.
I think he signed like for life until he dies. Doesn't he have one of these 10-year contracts?
Listen
Bro,
to this.
He
this
takes
is
every
crazy.
fight. I think he's going to get another one. He takes all the bad fight when they need someone to die. Like, oh, Robocop needs an opponent on a week notice. They are like, yeah, call Dennis.
You're gonna cry.
Call Dennis. He'll be here and make weight. He's probably drunk right now, but he'll be here. Call Dennis.
He's drunk, but he'll be there no matter what.
No matter what. And he takes his beating and never taps either. He never taps. He just goes to the knee, bro. He's the greatest.
Dude, it's so funny that he beat Jamie Pickett.
Bro,
like that's just hilarious.
He beat him good. Like he beat him without using his latest year. You know what I mean? He had more.
He finished him, which is even funnier.
I had him by knockout.
That's awesome.
That was an easy bet. Come on. Yeah. Jamie Pickett is never beating Dennis Tiuliulin.
This is funny. So Kisraev beat Tiuliulin all that time ago and hasn't fought since. And Tiulian's the one that lost, and he's fought 4 more times or 4 more times since then. It's like actually crazy how inactive he is.
That's just because they are fucking setting up my guy.
Yeah.
Bro, it's crazy. This guy fought in the UFC. Jamie Pickett finishes him. Lost to Kisraev, Jamie Pickett, and then he fought Jun Jong Park, Grigory Rodriguez, and Leroy Duncan. And I think all 3 were short notice, right? Maybe Jun Jong Park wasn't. Duncan was for sure. He was fighting another guy. Wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, this is place. The UFC should take care of Dennis. I would bet money he's getting another fight for sure. Like a horrible fight. You know what I mean? Like
listen to this. He's gonna get Bo Nickel after.
I was thinking Bo Nickel, but if Dolidze like sleeps in the bathroom tomorrow, it's Imavov versus Tiuliulin, UFC Vegas 85.
We'll be there.
He'll be here with a hangover and everything. Make 185 and fight.
Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I think Marado is much more proven. He's much more active, better striker. I trust his cardio more. It's crazy. Back in the day, people were talking about Marado like he's a future champ. I mean, he lost to Baralho in GM3, and GM3 he was like a -600 favorite. Like this isn't that. I don't think.
Isn't he huge next to Kisraev? I haven't looked at the weigh-ins, but he's much bigger. I think. Like this guy Kisraev, apart from being a fraud, is fat. He should be at welterweight.
Yeah, he's 6'2", and Kisraev's 5'9".
But Tiuliulin is not a huge middleweight, and he was dwarfing this guy. Like I can't believe he caught him. Tiuliulin should have won that fight, bro. He was like plus 300 too.
He was more than that.
I remember he was a huge dog, and live the comment like on the mic they were like, oh, this is like kind of a good fight, and Kisraev was kind of running, and I was like, oh, I can't believe I passed on Dennis Tiuliulin. But then he got caught.
I think he was like plus 600. I'm not even kidding.
No, not that much, but I think he was over plus 400 for sure. I was sure. I think he was 475. Let me know if I'm wrong
right now.
But I want them to never cut Dennis Tiuliulin. It's a money train and one of my favorite fighters.
Dude, he closed at -700 or plus 700.
Really? But that's probably like the late push. All these people parlaying Kisraev. You know what I mean? Happens every card.
Yeah, so I'm picking Marado here. You also?
Yeah, I have Marado. The line came down a little bit due to people like you. I hate you. I couldn't bet that early. But yeah, I kind of think he's going to gas, not really be able to grapple, or if he can grapple him, I think Muradov can get up. I mean, Tiuliulin was getting up. Like, what are we doing here? Tiuliulin never gets up.
He takes the beating, but he doesn't get up.
Yeah, bro, Jun Jong Park had him down there for like 27 minutes in one round. And this guy goes,
anyway,
bro, he was kicking Kisraev away. Like,
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Kisraev is dead. Nobody has ever been more dead than Kisraev is now.
Natalia Silva versus Viviana Russo. I'm picking Silva here. I think she's a pretty significant cardio advantage. Russo's a little up there in age. I don't have too much of a breakdown outside of that. Like, I'm not looking to lay a big price on her, but because I think it could be competitive early. But yeah, I'm picking Silva. What about you?
This Natalia Silva girl may be really good. I was quite impressed with her last performance. I played Lee. I thought the number was too big and Lee is durable. And she really beat her ass, man, like kind of easily.
Yeah.
Araujo is 37, has been hurt lately, gasses horribly, maybe forces bad grappling, you know what I mean? Silva, we haven't really seen it in the UFC, but she's dangerous from bottom, has really good grappling. I think she may finish Araujo. And Araujo kind of punches very hard too. Silva has been finished before, but she was like a teenager when that happened. I think the under is a pretty good look here. I think she's going to beat Araujo, honestly. I wouldn't be shocked if he just destroys Araujo or something. Like at some point, juice is not going to be enough. Araujo is 37, and that for a 125-pound woman, 125, yeah, it's 125, right?
Yeah.
That's ancient for 125 and a woman. We cannot really be sure if Araujo is a woman, but I think she is. Like if we cut her really short, could you tell? She has no teeth.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
She has no teeth, man shoulder.
No more. Muslim Salikov versus Randy Brown. Salikov looks literally like a grandpa, so I expect Brown to knock him out. But Salikov might kung fu his way into a finish himself. What do you think here?
We have to play the king of kung fu here. Come on. I know there is like a conspiracy going around in Twitter that Salikov is like 63 or something. For no reason. Like he has always looked like this. What are people talking about? He's slightly balder now? Or?
Well, he's almost 40.
He's just entering his prime. He started late. He beat the shit out of Fiallo.
I bet him there. That was fun.
Yulian should fight Fiallo now that I think about it. That would be a banger.
I like that.
And then he lost to the legendary drunk that beat the Bonfim brother. I forgot his name. Yeah, Nicolas Dalby. But that's like a very different fight. Extremely durable guy, extremely good at pacing people. Brown is a literal idiot, with all due respect. Like, this guy strikes when he has to grapple, grapples when he has to strike, never does anything slightly intelligent. I don't know. I'm getting signs this might be a low EQ individual, Andrew.
Could be.
And he has a super suspect chin. Like Jack de la Madalena had him dancing with a slight hook. He entered a life and death fight with Jared Gooden too. Like, he's going to give Salikov the fight he wants. He only covers grappling or randomly finishing Salikov. Salikov is very old. Maybe shit goes south very fast or something. But yeah, I think you have to play Salikov here. I think he's going to have like one big moment, and if he doesn't finish Randy, build off that moment. You know what I mean? Salikov is kind of tricky when he starts building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He either comes out and when shit is going like not his way, he kind of gasses, gets disheartened. But when shit is going his way, he starts like he becomes the king of kung fu. He has kung fu for all the 15 minutes when things are going his way. I think the line is wide. If he dies, he dies.
Fair enough. Next up, we've got
hear me out.
Okay.
3 minutes into this fight, it's going to be like 10 strikes a minute, and it's going to be looking like Salikov is taking round 1, and you're going to be, I can't believe I passed on Salikov.
No, I'm at peace with passing on this fight, regardless of the outcome. Next up, Moicano versus Dober. Really fun fight. I tend to think Moicano probably takes us back and taps him, but Dober cracks. Moicano's been knocked out before. I do think skill-wise on the feet, though, Moicano's better than people give him credit for. That said, what?
He's a better striker than Dober.
Yeah, and he's all the grappling outside.
Yeah,
so I think
it is just that Dober has a retard chin and power. And Moicano doesn't have a very good chin, but he's better.
I'm actually curious to see what Dober's chin looks like now because, he's...
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Moicano like cracks him and pushes him down good.
Yeah, same. I love Dober. He's had a really fun career, but I do think that he gives up his back too much on the mat. It's a position Moicano's really, really good from. I mean, if you look at Moicano's last 5 fights or whatever, choked Riddell out. I mean, he got his ass beat by RDA
Yeah,
on
that was late notice, like that.
4 days notice. The Hernandez fight was a good look for him.
I hated Moicano so much that fight. Like I had RDA inside knockout 4, 5, like huge numbers, like the nil money number. And this motherfucker was literally laying death in there, recovering guard every fucking time. Like he didn't want to quit. You know what I mean? I'm just like, quit. You lost already. Quit. Save yourself the beating. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what the referee was doing. I don't know what the corner was doing. Fucking criminal. That cost me so much money. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. But yeah, I think Moicano probably taps him here. I think the early line was really good, and this is about where I have it, maybe like a tad more. But yeah, I think Moicano gets the sub.
Yeah, I hope Moicano is not stupid enough to really exchange or something, because he tends to get hit over his right hand, and that's Dober's punch. But
I don't think he is. His last few fights, he's kind of went right to the grappling.
The grappling is a wash. Like he's a legit grappler. He's so good on the ground. He's a super good jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
His step over mount from side control, like it's already a signature move. It's one of my favorite moves in the UFC. Like it's crazy how he does that step over into mount. It's so clean.
Yeah.
I like his jiu-jitsu a lot. I think it's going to tap Dober. Like Dober may get put down hard too. I don't know. I think you take Moicano, finish at plus money, and pray. It's in God's hands now. If he gets clipped, so be it.
Fair enough.
Maybe we can have Moicano here one day.
That'd be great.
No, Nick is friends with Moicano. My guy Nick, he's on the chat. I think he knows Moicano. I'll use my social connections to get Moicano here. Have you seen this clip he posted this week? It's the funniest clip I've ever seen in my life. Somebody's on, like, you know, he does a podcast or something. I think he has a podcast, right? Himself, Moicano.
Yeah.
And someone in the chat said, "Oh, but you cried in that fight or something. Maybe the RDA fight, or you cried." And he's like, "You know who cried? Your mother, when I was laying the fucking pipe."
The best was when he submitted.
I'm sorry. I wanted to fight more.
Yeah, he was getting.
And he's like, face. "Yeah, I accept your apology, but you should have not submitted me."
That was so funny. That was Hadzovic. Dude, they actually should not have sanctioned that fight. Like, Hadzovic's like the worst grappler.
That was so free. I think it was plus 300 or something, right?
Was it?
By submission?
That's crazy. I don't remember that.
I bet Moicano by submission that fight. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was a ridiculous number.
No, I believe it.
Wasn't he coming off a bad loss, Moicano, or something, and the line was ridiculous?
I don't remember. You might be right. What do you think about the main event?
Yeah, he was coming off getting knocked out by Aldo and then by Korean Zombie in a row. Yeah.
What do you think about the main event?
I think Imavov is going to win.
Me too.
I parlayed him. I think Strickland kind of exposed all his problems as a fighter. He doesn't really have a huge gas tank. I think he cuts a lot or something. And he's really not when he has to grapple repeatedly, he tires. But he's the much better striker here. And Dolidze's UFC run is ridiculous. Like, it's an absurd run. He really just beat one good people in Jack Hermanson, and that was a meme. Come on, like everybody. Yeah, people were like, "Yeah, I was betting on Dolidze, counting on a can't escape position from a calf slicer. He doesn't even know how he ended in that position." It was a ridiculous scramble, and Jack Hermanson should be in jail for losing that fight like that. The Vettori fight was kind of close, but Vettori has no power and is a horrible striker. Come on. I think Imavov picks him apart, and if Dolidze is really pushing the grappling, I think Imavov is going to attack his neck or put him in a really bad position. I think this kind of looks like the Edmund Shabasian fight. Similar. Yeah, he beat Phil Host. You probably had Phil Host that day, right? Against Dolidze.
Oh, no, against Imavov.
No, I mean against Dolidze, when Dolidze knocked out Phil Host. You didn't have Phil Host? As a Phil Host truther, you let him down there?
Yeah.
Is it the Phil Host experiment over, Andrew?
It depends.
Or are we going to have the talk again?
It's like when a fighter's lost like 5 times and, you know, their friends and family have to sit them down and be like, all right, it's time to hang them up. That's the conversation you got to have with me with betting Phil Hawes.
He's going to get another fight, and you are going to bet him.
It depends. I mean,
Phil Hawes, for sure. Doesn't matter. Like, he should fight Tuliulin.
I was just gonna say that. I was literally just gonna say that.
But Tuliulin will knock out Phil Hawes.
He was not.
Yeah, he would. Like, he will get taken down for like 7 minutes, and then Phil Hawes will just tire and get shadowed into the abyss. Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I like Imavov too. Better striker. I mean, now that he went 5 with Strickland, I think his cardio is more proven. He's younger than Dolidze. Dolidze just kind of has a big overhand and some.
Dolidze thinks he's Andrew Tate, bro. It's kind of ridiculous.
Does he?
Have you seen him talk?
No.
No, yeah, he really believes he's Andrew Tate, fighting Andrew Tate or something.
It's funny. Yeah, that's it for me. You guys got any questions? Leave them in here.
Yeah. There are no questions today. I may have to bet Sheffield now that I said it, actually. Oli is going to come through with a goal, a penalty. He always scores penalties.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs. I'm going to let it ride to win 20K.
Love it. Either or. Maybe late.
I mean, how these people don't learn. How is Patrick Mahomes with this defense going to be an underdog to a farmer? Like, what are we doing here? Did you see? It's almost like they don't they don't watch the matches, the games. Like the Niners secondary is completely cooked. Like they look like their defense has absolutely nothing, especially on the secondary. Now they have to play Patrick Mahomes, not Jared Goff. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
I kind of hate that I have the future. I wanted to bet this like massively. Just for my ego.
Yeah, I know. Seems like pretty hard.
Yeah, I think he got paid. Good move by him. Maybe he didn't get paid. I don't know. But MMA media is the worst.
Yeah.
It was crazy yesterday.
The battle of the what?
Simon is not a fraud. Andrew hates Simon.
No, that's not true. I was just kidding.
Talbot is a fraud. I mean, come on. This is an auto bet. A white guy from Duplessis Gym from South Africa against an Afro gay from Cali. Come on.
That's hilarious. Find out in a month.
Yeah, I will die on that hill. You think I'm wrong, but if I start quarterback for the Niners, they win at least one game.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'm dead sure about this.
There's no way. Like,
do you think we are not beating the Panthers with me giving the ball to McCaffrey every play? Like, you are crazy. And that defense is forcing turnovers. We kick or whatever. We get the ball at 30 yards, we kick, we go up 3-0, and then I just play the clock.
There you go. Probably Volk minus 150.
I think wider.
Maybe a little wider.
Yeah, I hate Volkanovski for getting knocked out like a fucking idiot. Like, that's ridiculous. Kadarius Toney. For the Niners. I think it's going to be Marquez Valdez Scandin, because that secondary is a joke. He may go deep to MBS.
I'm not. I think Magic's going to the California card, right?
That's what the rumor has it.
That's what the rumor has it, and I'll be at the O'Malley Vera card.
Yeah, you have to go watch your guy, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yeah,
exactly.
Are you going to have your sugar hair and?
Yeah, I'm gonna dye my hair purple. Yes, I am.
I mean, this guy seems to not have understood my game plan. I'm not throwing the football. I'm just handing to McCaffrey. I can do a little bit laterals too, and then I can sneak. I sneak in there like a raccoon under the linebackers. I mean, people think I will die or something. Nobody's touching me. I'm letting the ball go fast. Trust me. Trust me. I'm not getting fucking ragdolled by Chris Jones. If I do, I'm getting a penalty.
Good fight. Could go either way.
Yeah, that's shameless.
They shouldn't be sanctioning that.
It's crazy that we still have to watch Cody Bundrich. Come on.
I know.
I'm so over watching Cody Brundage fight. Maybe he produces another meme. You never know. You know this guy we had on the pod. That guy that was like, "Oh, I'm Magic's biggest fan." That
Yeah.
crazy guy. This guy DMs me, bro. Are you going to go to the Topuria card? Because I was debating getting tickets, but if you go, I'll get them 100%.
Oh, that
Bro,
was him.
I'm fucking scared. I'm calling the FBI. This guy's going to shoot me like John Lennon or something. Yeah, I'm fearing for my life.
That's funny.
You think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious when I say I would win a game playing quarterback for the Niners. I mean, I wouldn't win the game. I wouldn't win the game, but I wouldn't lose it. They can win the game.
So we're skipping next week, right?
Next week, probably, yeah. I don't know if we will skip Topuria. That would be devastating for the people. If we don't do UFC 298 on the podcast, people would be like, there would be probably suicides.
Yeah. Nothing for tonight.
Bro, Kevin Lee is a good fighter, and this is dead serious. The guy was just an idiot, and his chin was a problem. But Kevin Lee comes back, makes 155, and he grapples the shit out of Makhachev.
I think mine's probably Phil Hawes.
He's coming back. I was so hyped when I was at. I was like, yeah, we are so back now.
I can't believe you stole my idea and tweeted it.
Bro, I can't believe I lost the Kevin Lee bet against this fucking fraud that Zaleski was working like a dog. That was a good bet in hindsight. You know what I mean? He fucking died against the Russian. He got hit and then choked out in like 1 minute.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I mean, and everybody was like, yeah, easy money, the most obvious bet ever, this fucking Russian. And then he fights Zaleski and he's like the worst Russian ever.
Yeah.
Farekdinov. Yeah, he has power, but pretty shit, huh? Farekdinov. I hope Kevin Lee makes 155, man. He can beat so many people, 155.
All right, so clearly Magic's answer is not also Kevin Lee.
I mean, the worst fighter that you both thought were legit. I mean, probably not the correct answer to that question, but one guy that was like legit good and crazy athlete, but his chin just wasn't there, was Mirsad Bektic. That was a crazy athlete, man. He was so good. Sadly for him, he met the damage.
Yeah. Not many survive. All right, let's wrap this. Thank you guys for coming. Good luck this weekend, and we'll let you know when the next podcast is going to be. Any last words?
I don't know what to say, really. I've been accepted in the United States of America. I haven't told you.
It's big news.
I'm officially accepted. Andrew was saying that they were going to say I'm a terrorist and not let me in for months. I had to fulfill this questionnaire, and there are questions like, do you have gonorrhea? Do you have, how do you say lepra in English? Do you know what I mean? This thing people had in the Middle Ages that your skin starts falling and you are like,
oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm like, no, I don't think I have that either. Do you plan on committing terrorism acts or genocide? I was like, not at this moment.
It's fine.
But you have to. There was a part where it was like, put your current job. If you don't have one, your past job. And I was like, I've never had a job. And I'm like old for never having a job. You know what I mean? And I had to leave that blank and say no. And I was like, oh, this guy has this Spanish name and he's like 30 coming to the States with no job ever. This guy's like he's crossing the Rio Grande on a plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not a great look on paper.
Like this guy's 100% an illegal.
Yeah, they're like, if we let him in, he's never leaving.
Yeah, if Trump was in charge, I don't think I make it to the Puria Carlo. But yeah, up the Democrats. We'll be there no matter what.
Oh my God. All right, thank you guys. See you soon. That's funny.